Today we're taking a deep dive into the Porsche 718 GT4 RS. It's the most hardcore track-focused Cayman ever built. It's got carbon, it screams like a cup car, and it might just be the best Porsche you can buy that isn't a convertible. But is it worth the $160,000 price tag? How does it actually feel to drive on the road, and is it livable day to day? Let's find out. So what exactly is the GT4 RS? For those of you who don't know, think of it as a Cayman turned up to 11. Porsche took the already potent GT4 and gave it the 4.0 liter naturally aspirated flat six from the 911 GT3. That's right, the screaming 9,000 RPM, 500 horsepower 4 liter from the GT3. But that's just about the engine. It's also got carbon fiber fenders, a carbon fiber hood, an upgraded aero package with a bigger fixed rear wing, a 7-speed PDK transmission with shorter gears that shifts lightning fast, and a curb weight of just over 3,200 pounds. That's about 50 pounds less than a regular GT4, and it feels every bit as sharp as that sounds. Inside, the GT4 RS is still recognizable as any 718, and I think its peak modern interior. Everything in here will age nicely and gracefully. So what exactly is a GT4 RS? Well, think of the Cayman turned up to 11. They took the already potent GT4 and Porsche was like, hey, let's slap in the 911 GT3 engine into it and see what that turns it into. And what a machine it does, because this thing is wild, to say the least. So a lot of people complain that cars are getting too numb, too fast, too digital. The GT4 RS isn't one of them. In fact, it has the perfect amount of power, in my opinion, within its weight ratio. It's super mechanical. The steering, it's sharp and precise, yet weighted, and it wants to go back to center. The suspension is firm and planted. It doesn't feel like it wants to wander. It doesn't feel confused. It's precision-based. And this engine and transmission combo is just, what is there to say? This thing will just do whatever you want. It is phenomenal. Probably the most controversial aspect of this vehicle is the transmission. The standard GT4 comes with one of the best 6-speed manual transmissions in the world. It's engaging, mechanical. It's what makes the standard GT4 so lovable. And while I do wish Porsche would have graced us with a manual transmission in the 4RS, I actually don't miss it for once, and I never thought I would say something like that about a vehicle not having a manual transmission. And this is someone that has daily driven vehicles in Houston, manual transmissions in Houston traffic, and would rather drive a manual diesel in Houston traffic, or any manual transmission for that matter, in any city than drive an automatic. It's a weird experience to be happier with the PDK potentially. The closest I could relate to this is I purchased a Spider RS recently, trading in my standard Spider, going from a manual transmission to the PDK, and my biggest fear of switching was I'm losing the manual, and within minutes of driving off the lot, I was happy, I was content. I wanted more of this PDK. It's just so good. So where does this car sit in the lineup? It's not as refined as a 911 Turbo, not as iconic as a GT3, and not as exotic as a Carrera GT, but honestly, it might be the most fun. Competitors, you're looking at Corvette Z06, definitely quicker but less connected. Corvette ZR1, good luck getting an allocation. Lotus Emira, way less power but prettier in my opinion. Bottom line, if you want the purest driving experience Porsche has to offer, this is it. This is peak Porsche driving experience. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this ride, subscribe to more reviews, and drop your questions below. I'll answer as many as I can. I'm Christopher, and I'll see you